So I picked it up. And the doctor said, "Is that you, Frank?" I said, "Yeah, it's me. Why?" Like that. She said, "Have you taken the dog for a walk?" I said, "Yes." Like that. And he said, like that. And he said, "I want you up here now." I said, "You don't open till 8:30 for the cleaners." Like that. He said, "You'll..." And he opened the door when I got there. He opened the door, right?
Yeah.
And I said, "What's it all about then?" He said, "Come out and I'll show you." And he showed me on the screen. And I said, "Oh, that looks pretty straight there." Like that. He said, "What about these ones down the bottom here?" Like that. I hadn't even looked at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, God.
Like that. And he said, so I said, "What's what then?" So he said, "You're running out of blood." So
That
I
is
said,
so bizarre.
"Well,
So you're not pooing it out and you're not peeing it out?
no."
Where's it gone then?
But they over 2 years have been trying to find out where it goes.
It must be the aliens.
And and
Must be the aliens.
Yeah, because they've had poo. They've been down my throat, down all the way down my throat to there, then up the other way. They've been up the other way. They've done that.
Oh, what a lovely experience.
I've been through both the big scanner with the round one,
Yeah.
and the other one. I've been through that one as well, and they still can't find. They checked my heart. They checked my heart to see if it was actually.
Yeah.
If it was actually bleeding or anything like that.
Yeah, but surely you'd think you'd be swelling up
bit,
somewhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah. If you go there, you'll find a Christmas tree on the church.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of it. But it's not a very green one.
It's not, is it? It's a bit Milana Trump, isn't it? It's a depressing tree. Well, Frank, I really hope that they find out where this blood is coming from. It's good to see you again.
Well, look, they're trying. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they're trying. In actual fact, they've got another. How many people do you know who have 3 blood tests on them?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, no, I know, but I've said that to other people, and I'm surprised that they I thought I was probably the only one, but no.
No, you look after yourself, Frank.
They really actually. Well, everybody says to me, "How do you get these appointments?" I said, "I don't. They ring me."
Well, it's probably a good job.
Well,
It's a good job.
And somebody said to me,
You see, that's the good part about the NHS. They're trying to keep you alive, aren't they?
"Yeah,
Well, at least you don't have to pay insurance.
I'm nearly 88 now.
Yeah.
2 days' time, I'll be 88.
Were you really?
Yeah. 1937, I was born.
Were you always in? Have you always been a North Walshamer?
No, I was born in Cambridge actually. I evidently came
You're
out
kind of a Norfolk boy then.
No, I came.
What was Cambridge of then?
Sorry,
What part of county is Cambridge?
I was born actually in Cambridge,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But I lived it. Do you know Cambridge then?
I think I've driven through it a few times. Yeah.
Do you know Shelford, Little Shelford?
No,
Great
no, I
Shelford?
don't know it that well.
Right.
I don't, because they've got a university there as well, haven't they?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Quite a few.
Yeah. Yeah, but the real nice one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they the newest one is Churchill.
Is it?
Yeah, newest university. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's how can you put it? The trouble with Cambridge is it's a rat race.
Right.
Everybody wants to get home, and the roads are not capable of taking the traffic.
Well, we know that, don't we?
Yes.
We know that. This is what Britain's about. We've always had little small roads, haven't we? Because we're not the size of America.
Yeah. And that is it. That is it. But to take my wife, Frances. Frances would actually. She worked for the NHS. She worked in genetics.
Wow.
Right.
I worked in the care side.
And well, it's on. That
was part of it, wasn't it?
That's attached to the actual.
It takes all of us.
The rosy, which is the when you have babies and things like that.
Yeah.
Rosy. That's attached to that. And I said to her, "What are you doing?" She said, because the geno bit was done in Cambridge as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Cambridge.
Once they
Cambridge
found it,
Analytica as well. I mean, it's all Cambridge.
I'm not religious, me. I'm not religious. My wife was.
I'm not.
And she was a Catholic and then got divorced and sort of thing. So she still won't go to the front of a Catholic church. It's been brainwashed from day one.
I like going into all churches because of the architecture.
I'll tell you how bad Francis was. We were in Belgium.
That's the district councillor over there, isn't it? Talking to Eric.
What?
The one in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the district councillor, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Cllr. That's Cllr. Yeah. She,
What's her name?
Sue.
Don't know. I'm not sure either, to be honest with you. But I've spoken to her a couple of times actually in council meetings.
She ought to be the bloody person in charge, really, because the one who's in charge is not here.
Who's in charge?
Bloke from Norwich, actually.
I thought it was Eric.
Eric is in charge of us. Eric is.
So he's the boss, is he?
Eric's there. With the
I know the bloke who you mean.
Bobble hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Eric.
Yeah, I see Eric. I know Eric.
Yeah. So anyway, I was born in Cambridge because I came out feet first, evidently. So they tell me. and I always, my aunt used to always say, "You was a bloody pain before you was born." I said, "How can I be a pain before I was born?"
Good old Norfolk sense there. Or was it just good old British sense there? Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah, so that's it. But yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Hello, you?
Hi Claire, you're alright. I'm alright, as they say. Enjoying myself now.
You're doing what, sorry?
I'm enjoying myself now.
Are you?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because I like gardening.
Good one, Eric.
Yeah. So that's it. No, I was actually, I mean, we moved from Foxton, Cambridge. You know where Foxton is?
No.
You know where Royston is?
No.
Royston's in Hertfordshire. We was on more or less on the Hertfordshire border.
So how long have you been living in North Yorkshire?
We bought a house in Whitehorse Common in 1999.
Okay, so you came and retired there then, did you?
Sorry?
Did you retire here?
I retired when I was over there. Actually.
Ah. And what brought you here then?
My wife got arthritis, and we used to.
Yeah, but why there? Is it because you wanted to be in the countryside? Is it because you wanted to be near the sea?
She actually, Frances was she was a teacher as well. Anyway, if you read her book, you couldn't read it because it looked like a spider walked across the page. Her writing was absolutely, I thought, for Christ's sake.
But she was a teacher.
And she, when she was on the keyboard, it all comes up lovely and you can read it, can't you?
Yeah.
But writing it down, it's an impossibility. And I said to her, where are we going when we retire then, like that? And she's always on about when we retire, we'll hit the road. Like that. We did hit the road. We backpacked around the world.
Yeah, well, I did that when I was 18.
Well, no,
as soon as I was old enough to have a passport, I was off.
I was 66.
But you did it.
Yes. Yeah,
Good for you.
We did it, yeah.
Good
Only because her ladyship wanted to. I had one request. I said, so she said, what? I said, are we going to New Zealand? She said, I knew you were going to say that. Yes,
are we going to lose what?
New Zealand.
Is that the other place that you thought of going to?
Sorry?
Was that the other place you were thinking of going to?
That's the place I'd like to live, that is.
Oh, well, yeah, the weather.
Yeah.
I travelled Australia as well. That was lovely.
We did Australia. We did Perth, Sydney, and what's over the other side?
Perth, Sydney, Melbourne.
That's it, Melbourne. No, we did.
Well,
Melbourne.
Perth is the other side. You got Sydney, Melbourne, and then. Oh, you mean round the world?
No. In Australia, there's another one.
Right.
Anyway, we did that. We just. What it boils down to, I was a manager. Yeah. Right. And my father was a gardener. My mother was a cook.
Yeah.
Even when I was a child, we lived with the doctor during the war.
Yeah.
My father went to war, of course.
Yeah.
Right, and all the other bits.
Yeah.
And anyway, we lived with the doctor. He moved. Every time he moved, we lived in his house. My mother was the cook come housekeeper for the doctor.
Oh, okay.
His wife, his wife also was a doctor at Cambridge, and all the other bits. And what it boils down to is sort of thing. That was it, sort of thing. So. Yeah. And of course, I've always been used to not having this and not having that because we couldn't afford it.
What exactly?
And then I worked my way up to be a manager of 42 people, right? Work and all that. Yes, I was good at what I did, but I really enjoyed what I did. The thing
Yeah,
was,
that's the key, isn't it? You've got to enjoy
if you knew
what
it,
you
if
do.
you know it and you do and you're good
Yeah.
at it, it's easy.
Yeah, and you get you
And
get a better service
I
as
didn't,
well,
I
don't
didn't
you?
want to be the manager. You know, they said, in actual fact, they didn't tell me this until you have 2 exams. I had a 6-year apprenticeship. So
Yeah.
I had a 6-year apprenticeship. I came first in the intermediates,
Yeah.
right, and I came second in the final, right. And what the actual technical the actual college, the actual the way we went to the tech.
Yeah.
They actually I didn't know this. They choose the person. There's only 10 in the class, right?
Yeah.
There's 10 in the class. There's the juniors.
And they pick and choose.
And they choose somebody who they think could run a company on their own.
And they picked you.
Yeah, but they don't tell you. They tell your employer, right?
Oh.
Anyway, I worked my way from being in charge of the machine room,
Yeah.
right, which I loved, because I knew everything about what was going on in there, and I could bloody do it
Yeah.
backwards, and
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
knows what, no problems at all.
Yeah.
And anyway, the bloke who was actually in charge was a compositor. Right, now he knew about compositing, but what he knew about printing was not a lot.
Diabolical.
And he got it wrong. So he used to always ask, say, see Frank, and he'll tell you which machine it should
Yeah.
go on. And
Because you were in the right job, because you loved it, and they knew they could get good product out of
they
you.
actually said, when George's wife got multiple sclerosis, and he said he's chucking it in like that. And all the boys in the machine rooms, they said, "You've got the job, Frank." I said, "I don't want the bloody job." like that. And I said, like that. Anyway, and then, yeah, sure enough, I went to the meeting like that, and they were all sitting there. Eric Smith's there, who was the director, Eric was, and his secretary was there, and he said, "You know why you're here, Frank?" I said, "Yeah, you're going to offer me the job of being in charge of a certain part of the bloody printing side." He said, "Yeah, you're right." He said, "But what do you mean by a certain part like that?" I said, "Well, the machine room and probably bits and pieces from that onwards, sort of thing like that." And he said, "We're going to offer you a job as the whole bloody lot." Like that. And I said, "I don't want it."
But was it good money?
Well,
Did you get paid well?
Yeah. Well, put this. This is how it was. I've been always short of. Now, when I was a child, I got no pocket money or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right, so money to me was very important.
Yeah.
But once I'd got some, when I worked to work, I hadn't even finished my apprenticeship, right? And they said, "What are you saving for, Frank?" I said, "I'm going to buy my own house." "Then we don't buy houses, we live in council houses." And I said, "Well, I'm buying my bloody house," like that.
So you did when Thatcher allowed it.
Is
that 85 or 88?
And anyway,
I can't remember.
The bosses, when I was on the machine, when I was just on the factory floor,
Yeah.
if I put 2.5% in,
Yeah.
they would put 3.5% into the pension book, right?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realise this, but they gave me a contract after they persuaded me to be that thing in charge, like that. So because I said at one stage, I said, "I don't want to be in charge," and they said, "Why?" I said, "Well, a lot of people use words that I couldn't even spell."
Yeah.
Like that, and they said, "Yes, you can," like that.
Yeah, but that's education though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It comes out to education.
yeah, and anyway, Eric said to his secretary, "Sue," yeah, she said, "Yeah." She said, "Have you got them?" I said, "Yeah, I got the bits and pieces you told me to bring," like that. And of course, the first thing they give me, they give me this piece of paper and says, "Read that." And of course, this is that thing where the technical college said, this person, right, could run his own business, no problem at all, like that.
But if you don't know the system, if you don't know how to
I
work...
didn't know bugger all about it.
Well, no, this is what I'm learning.
And
they keep coming out with all these different things, don't they?
and that, that was it.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, but I'm not very good at spelling at times," like that. And Eric said to Sue, he said, "Have you got them, Sue?" She said, "Yes." Like that. She said, "The second part of it then, give him the second part." And he gave me not as big as your phone,
Yeah.
probably half the size of your phone, like that.
Yeah.
It's a little machine about that thick,
Yeah.
You press the button, talk to it, take your thumb off the button,
Yeah.
and it stops, and it records it. And what you do is you take that tape, you give it to a secretary, and say, type that up.
Gotcha. And that's the best way, and it's the quickest way. Yeah. Dictation.
So they really thought about their side.
Yeah.
Because
I love
I hadn't
dictation.
really thought about my side at all.
Well, this is why I do YouTube.
I'll go back.
You know, I don't have to write anything down.
Yeah.
I don't have. It's just this is how it is.
Yeah, I mean, I go back through the machine room like that sort of thing. And Les Hinson was one of the blokes who worked with me.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And he said, well, he said, do we call you sir or not? I said, what do you mean, sir? I said, you know what my bloody name is? They said, well, Frank, tell us the truth. What have they done like that? What have they done? I said, they've offered me to be the manager, he said, of the machine room. I said, no, the whole bloody print inside of it, like that. So I said, so...
And how much did you get paid?
Oh... Well, put it this way...
Because that'd have been a lot different now, though, wouldn't it? If you're 88, you're talking kind of, not the old money, but before everything went up,
put it
before
this
the
way,
change.
we had money, you know, I mean, for a start, right, start, we had money where we actually put money into things. Oh, at one stage, Francis actually worked for the stock exchange in Glasgow.
Right.
Now, stocks and shares, you could talk all day to me, but I wouldn't understand what you're talking about.
Me neither, absolutely.
And anyway, so she said, I said, what are we going to do with all this money then? She said, well, put it in one pot. She said, and every so often, she said, I'll get somebody will actually give me a little tinkle and this, that, and that, and we'll put it in stuff, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I don't...
And it's nice to see it grow in that pot, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't understand this, you know, I said. She you don't need to, she said. As long as we make a profit, you'll be happy, won't you? So I said, yes, like that. She said, well, we won't always make a profit, she said, but we will make a profit overall.
Right.
Like that.
And why not?
And
that's the nice part of life, isn't it? That's the
the
reward, isn't it?
The weird thing about it is when I got my first lot of pension from once I became a manager,
yeah,
I used still putting 25% in, right? And of course, maths at school, maths was that was the best subject I was. Maths was, to me, was simplicity. In actual fact, my teacher used to say to me, you can't just tell us the answer, you've got to write it in your book. Like that. So I said, rightio, like that. So anyway, and I got this statement from them saying this is what your pension is today. And I looked at it, I thought, they've got that bloody wrong. I said, I've got too much. I said, do I keep quiet or what do you think? No, they'll find out sooner or later, won't they? I better ring personnel. So I rang personnel. Frank Goodwood's in charge of personnel, and he said, I'll come down and see you. So I said, rightio. And he came down there and he said, what's the problem? I said, I think I'm getting too much pension. Like that. And he said, well, just keep quiet about it then.
Yes, bloody lootly.
Like that. And I said, sooner or later they'll work it out, like that.
I mean, it's not like you're breaking the bank like some of these
MPs,
is it? Bloody hell.
This is the thing that I had. He said, have you read your contract? I said, no, of course I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, you should do, like that. So I said,
well, this is where they're nipping in the old bloody policies, aren't they? Which, come to think of it, I need to find Frank, not Frank, Eric. I need to ask him a question.
Yeah.
But,
so anyway,
I've loved speaking to you, Frank. But can we catch up with this another time?
Well, yeah. Anyway, let me just tell you.
Go on then, because I want to catch. I do want to catch Frank. Eric.
What it boils down to is, I put 2.5%. They would put 3 times of whatever I put in.
Yeah.
So you can guess what I did.
Yeah.
My 2.5% went up.
Absolutely. And so it should, because I mean, at the end of the day, we all pay tax for it as well, don't we? As long as it's coming back to us.
Francis said,
when we need
what do we do with all this money? I said, I don't know.
Enjoy it.
Let's go round the world, she said.
Absolutely. You've worked hard, Frank. But you take care. I'll speak to you in a bit. Right. Eric. Hiya.
Hello.
Is it Caroline? Kate.
Yes.
District Councillor.
Yes.
Lived them?
Yes.
Thank you. I just needed to remember.
All right. Best party. Yeah, that's fine.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course it is.
Oh my word. What's happened to you?
Oh, I thought I was on the bottom step and wasn't. Yeah, happens.
Eric, can I just ask you a quick question? Because you know I emailed you the other day.
Yes.
Can we change a policy? Because at 2.9, basically, how do we do it lawfully where we can still get paid the £67 because Wendy has offered to pay for it out of her own money? I don't think that's right because there's somebody still who will pay for it when it's in.
At the next finance committee, we're looking again at some of the. We've done some, and the next one in early January, we're looking again at the finance policies,
Yeah,
including grants.
because I came to you for help
Oh, yeah.
for the 750. I put 500 down for the lights because
Yeah.
it was like, well, this is where we're up to. We
Yeah.
put 250 down for entertainment, but I kind of thought once we had the book to 175, we had money left over.
Oh, right, okay.
You see, because I thought the 750 was going to go into our bank accounts. We then collect all the receipts and then show it as evidence. That's why I've got the
Right,
folder.
well, I'll talk to Wendy, but the grants is one thing we need to revise.
Yeah,
Because it's too
but can
restrictive.
2.9 of the retrospect, because we are still learning, and Wendy was still learning, and she promised us a lot of things because she believed that she could do that,
Well-
and we're restricted by policies.
Right, well...
And as a town
2.9
clerk, she has to be by law, doesn't she?
Well, she's got to comply with the
Yeah,
policies.
so we need to change
But-
the policies because they're not working, Eric.
Yes.
Grrr.
Great, right, fine. I've got it 2.9. I'll note it down
2.9.
in the grant policy.
Because that is what is stopping the other two receipts to be
Right.
paid, and our grant is still coming in at £741.13p.
Right, okay.
So it's not like we're abusing the system. We've got the 5 receipts,
Yeah.
and we've got 2 that retrospectively we now know we needed. So
Right.
therefore,
Right,
that should be allowance
I'll
to
put
still have it.
2.9 down when we get to finance in January.
When in January.
It's about the 6th of January or something.
Okay. And will this be able to be repaid, or
I'll have
do
to
we
seek
take the offer
advice.
with Wendy?
You might need to tell... I don't know, because she's dealing with it. I'm not.
I know, but I don't want it to be personal with her, you see. I'm aware of her
Look,
lawful job at the same time, and I'm trying to do it where, right,
it's
this
not
has been
for me
flagged
to...
up.
If whatever she's agreed with, fine. I'll look at it on the 6th of January,
Have a chat with her.
but I'll have a chat with her. But I
Yeah.
don't want to... You've had too much history of members interfering in the middle of officers trying to sort something.
Yeah, but I've never done that.
I know.
I don't feel
know,
I've ever
I know,
done that. I've
I know, but
always
we've got
given you a
his-
lot of respect, and I'd
So,
like a little bit back to say we've not done anything wrong.
No, I'm not saying you have. Leave it with me, and I'll talk to her. But I haven't spoken to her in detail about it, so I
All right
will.
then. Please do. But
Yeah,
like I
well-
say, I put her email of conditions in. I will leave you alone in a minute. So that shows that that's the document we had. I didn't know about any of these policies.
Right. Okay.
Had I done, we wouldn't have been able to have got the grant in the first place.
Right.
So they, How are you getting on with the trees?
Great. I'm going to do a little report to the town council tonight.
Because I've not seen you for a long time in town
All
council.
right. I've been
Nor
around.
Saul, actually. I've not
I
seen Saul.
did have a horrendous cold for a while,
Have you?
which is just about over now. So I missed the last one because I was feeling lousy, and been very busy with these various planting
Right.
things for
Hopefully
around
we'll
this
get there
town.
with the
So
trees.
it's going to
It's been
look.
quite-
Can we try and stop some of the trees being cut down in the first place?
Yes, I'm working on it as well for various
Because
people. So yes.
wildlife corridors and
Yes,
stuff.
I know,
Right,
I
we're
know.
going to take the
You
chat
talk my
thing.
language,
We're gonna
honestly.
see
Anything
what
to do with plants and
Can
trees.
I invite you maybe? What I'm doing in my at home, I've got a little setup that me and Liz are now starting to do. A YouTube channel, well, not a YouTube playlist, to do with, because I walk around with cameras,
yes.
because it's about conversation and transparency and a bit of citizens journalism as well.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah,
go
yeah.
and record these meetings, because
Yes.
everybody should hear what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So whenever I'm out like this, I'm recording.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be intrusive in your face.
Yes. Yes. Are you going to have a coffee? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm now going to go over to Coffee Smiths. Because there's another policy, funnily enough, and I don't know how to speak to about that, about the environment. They keep getting hammered. So they've been told off on a couple of occasions. And
Who's they? Sorry.
it's Coffee Smiths.
Oh, really?
So they're now not allowed, if I've got this correctly, they now are not allowed more than 26 seated people in because they only have one toilet.
Right.
They've got 3 floors. That's the reason why they moved there, was was a community base. That's the meat in the back. Well, this is delivery time for shops, you see. So yeah, that's what they do. And it's going to cripple their business. I mean, Models and Minis are now shutting. And now the hairdressers around the corner are now going to be turned into residential. And it's like, this is our town.
Yes.
We need to support our shops.
Yes, well, the
Have
idea
you heard
of the
of
regeneration of the town centre was exactly that.
But
to
it hasn't
bring-
worked, has it?
Well, it is working. We
How?
have got new businesses, I believe, setting up. And the reason we
Can
got
you name
the funding for the trees, for example, is specifically because of wanting to bring people into the town. It's called the Town Ambition Programme. It's through the County Council.
Right.
So things like that are underway, and we as Lib Dems are applying for grants where we can to.
But are you
improve
doing
the
enough?
town.
Are you doing also enough to protect our countryside? Is that your
I am
background?
I'm trying very
Then
hard to. That's
can we
what I
get
spoke
together?
about with the North Walsham, the
Yes.
NW16 thing. That was my bit that I
Can
did
we-
because
can-
it means a lot to me.
Can we get together at some point, either in my kitchen, because it's called outside number 10, and it's just chatting like this, but I've got a kettle and I've got the toilet behind me, which is painted like number 10 Downing Street. And I didn't realise how funny it was because it's been there for 11 years. I painted it 11 years ago.
Yes. Okay. Well, just send me an email.
Or, no, I don't do that.
Oh.
I try not to do that. Well, it's paperwork, isn't it? And it comes down to dictation again, which is why I'm trying to do it this way through YouTube for complete and utter inclusion.
No, I just
But I'll try it. I will.
with a suggested time.
Oh, that's the dead end bit there, isn't it? Do you have a card?
Sorry.
Do you have a card?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Because that's one thing I need to keep asking for now. But yeah, I'd really like to hear you out on what it is, what to do, because then I know if to support you or not, and get people behind you. Because I do want to support people that have got their heart in the right place. They're doing the right job, you know.
Yes, well, that's the reason I'm in this. It's not for my own benefit particularly, except that I do love to make the place
Yeah,
nicer
and
for people.
I totally understand
and
that.
my passion is plants, so that's
So
how I'm doing
does
it.
District Council pay in on this as well? Because Town Council gave
Yes, there are
9,000.
various grants. I can go through that with you another time if that's all
You
right.
didn't have a card?
Not in my working jacket. No, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I just didn't
Format,
because.
it's kate.leith. I can write it down for you if you want.
Yeah. Hang on. I brought this out today. Look.
So we're also doing 8 massive planters at the station, which are going to be really beautiful.
At the station?
You know, at the moment there are those broken down old half barrels with a
Yeah.
dead euonymus in them and
You're going to get involved in that.
I am. I've done
Do you
the
know?
planting plan for them.
Do you know Jan, who goes there and does his? He helps. He goes there once a month. Oh look, there's a mushroom. I'm being really geeky now.
It's the time of year.
I know. I love seeing all this. We're just not. Sound very hippie now, but we're just not connected to Earth very well.
There you go.
Right. Thank you
Just
very
the
much.
usual format for district council.
Thank you. Oh God, right. I could have looked for it then on District Council website, couldn't I?
Look for what?
The email, if that's a government one.
Yes. I mean, if you know somebody's name, that's all you need to do. Is just start typing
Yeah,
it in with a dot in the
it's-
middle between the first name.
It's a
and
lot of
the surname.
names. I have to deal with a lot of names, which is another reason why I record. To remember. Anyway, thank you for that. And as you get to know me, you'll realise I'm not that threatening. Well, no, I just sometimes people. Oh, it's just what Lucy said the other day. Because I try and reflect and I try and think, well, what can I do to change or help or whatever. I think she's just intimidated by being recorded. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yes, it's not everyone's cup of tea, including mine, to be honest.
Well,
Nice to have a
that's
conversation
but
about
when you're in public, and you hold that title, I think public should be able to come up to you politely, just like I do, to chat to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the more people that did that, that'll stop all the rumours.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Yes.
That's all.
Anyway, take care.
Thank you. See you later. Hiya.
Hi, you right?
Yeah.
Good.
Could I please have a large cappuccino? Are you right? Yeah, not bad.
Cappuccino.
Large cappuccino.